Hello folks, Stellantis have finally opened a UK compensation portal for people affected by the PureTech engine wet belt issues. If you don't know what that is, it's an issue that affected the 1 litre and 1.2 litre petrol Stellantis engines. So you're going to find that in cars from Citroën, Peugeot, Vauxhall, plenty others. I'll put them up on the screen for you. And the problems were twofold, really. For one thing, the timing belt sat in the engine oil, and that means it was subject to excessive heat. Heat and rubber and oil don't mix particularly well, and the belt would basically start to delaminate, clog up the engine, obviously degrade. All kinds of terrible things result from that, and it's just not a good design idea. Secondly, a lot of these cars suffered from ridiculous oil consumption, like crazy oil consumption. And what Stellantis have done is put together now a compensation portal. I'm going to talk you through it a little bit. It's not ideal in my personal opinion, and I'll tell you why in a sec. Unlike the way Ford dealt with it, I think with Ford, they let the dealers handle this. So you would take your car in, Ford would do the work for you, and then off you trot. Stellantis are doing it on a you get the work done and then we pay you back kind of process by the looks of things. But the big difference is they're not saying that anyone affected by this can claim. It's only if you had an incident occur between the 1st of January 2022 and the 31st of December 2024. They've now put an extended warranty on this particular issue. So if you've had one since the 31st of December 2024, theoretically your warranty should handle that. But those that had incidents in 2020, 2021, it seems can't make a claim, which seems absolutely scandalous and totally bizarre. Folks, just a very quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thanks. It's like they're saying, well, you've got an older car, so you can bugger off, basically. And I don't think that's good enough. Now, if you were affected by this between those dates, what you should do is start to prepare all your documentation so you can submit a claim, and you submit it through stellantis-support.com. I suggest you get together all of your service history, every invoice you've got for the car, every receipt you've got for the car, literally all the documentation you can possibly get, and any evidence you can provide whatsoever that this is excessive oil or timing belt wear, basically. That could be something as simple as an email from the dealership, something written on one of your invoices, anything like that that you can provide. It might just help the claim along. And of course, to qualify, they do insist that the car's been serviced correctly at the correct intervals. I don't think it has to have been done with a main dealer, but I think it does have to have been done using manufacturer specified parts, etc. And this is an important point to understand with a lot of manufacturer warranties. It will usually stipulate that service has been carried out by them, or if it's been carried out by an independent or a specialist, they've used approved parts. A common thing with this Stellantis PureTech issue is people say, well, it happens if you use the wrong oil. If you use the right oil, it's fine. There could be a degree of truth in that, but it's probably something that's hidden behind a little bit as well. But certainly your claims process seems like it will be much smoother if you did use a Citroën dealership, a Peugeot dealership, a Jeep dealership, an approved Stellantis dealership for your servicing. I've put together a little blog post on my website, which I'll link to in the video description, that explains everything in full and gives you a link to the Stellantis support website, etc. Hopefully, if a handful of you watching this video get to make a claim on the back of it, I'll be absolutely delighted. As for those of you that had problems before that date, I would be taking legal advice because in my personal opinion, and it is my personal, completely ignorant opinion, if they're happy to pay out people that had an incident on the 1st of January 2022, they're admitting that there's a problem there. And therefore, why not pay out someone that had an incident on Christmas Day 2021? Surely that's just as valid. So I think that could be challenged, but I don't know anything. So certainly seek some legal advice would be my best bet, because I'm sure you were looking at a gargantuan bill for the problems caused. Possibly you even scrap the car on the back of it. So if that's the case, I don't know, common sense suggests you should be entitled to some compensation on that. Thanks for watching this one, folks. Please give it a thumbs up. Please come back for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Huge thanks to all my channel members for your continued support. I really do appreciate it.